Oh,
โอ
โอเค
เค
ครับhello ครับ Brief may you please introduce yourself ครับผม
โอเค
อ่า
ครับโอเค Hi I am Liv now I am industrial engineering student in the fourth year of Faculty of Engineering Chanongon University
โอเคครับอ่ะcan you tell us more about like okay what your favorite hobbies what do you like to do in your free times and what do you think
โอ้
uh what do you think like let's say yeah just your favorite hobbies ครับผม
Okay. My favorite hobby is to read a book. I just finished some book that the name is The Magic of Thinking Big. That is a good book for me,
uh-huh
and that have some key takeaway that I can apply in my life. If you want to do something big, you must think big in the first one, in the first step.
okay so the book name is The Magic of Thinking Big right โอเค
Yes,
ครับโอ
yes.
เคครับโอเคโอเคlet's get into the interview นะครับ so okay there are going to be three questions that I'm going to ask you นะครับ brief about your time management but it's pretty chill so be yourself and just let whatever you like want to give นะครับ okay so the first question is do you use a daily weekly or monthly planner or to-do list นะครับ if so how do you prioritize your schedule ครับผม
Okay. Yes. I do. Certainly, I mostly use to-do list and a weekly planner. And before the start of the week, I rely on my weekly planner, and I will come in and see what I need to do this week, and I will build a flexible schedule of what I need to do this week to see uh,
Mhm,
if I am working hard, how should I arrange my time in the schedule for relaxed time? And
mhm,
then at the end of that week, I will come back to review and uh, see what I concentrate on this week and which part do I
mhm,
want to give more attention or focus on the next week. And for to-do list, I use the to-do list for on a daily basis. When I creating my to-do list, I will prioritize tasks based on their size of task of my task or significant as well as their urgency. I will look at the sequence in which I have to do this task. If any work is very
mhm.
urgent, I will prioritize it and I try to make a reasonable to-do list in each day so that make sure I can afford it in every day.
Okay so your criteria for prioritizing your task let's say the first thing is urgency ใช่ไหมครับ
I just
อ่า
yes,
and the second thing is the size of the task
yes.
Okay so these are two main things okay ครับwhat about like okay what is your prioritization right now? Let's say it's not for to-do list, but for the whole week. Ah, like okay, this week you're going to focus, let's say, on the work. Next week you're going to focus on, let's say, like, your family. Or okay, I just want
Yeah.
to know, like, okay, how do you like schedule those prioritization? Like, what is your
Okay.
prioritization now? ครับผม uh-huh.
Now I prioritize at my relaxed time because I just finished some big event of
Mm-hmm.
my 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 project that I need to do in this year. So in the next week, I prioritize the relaxed time that I need to focus, and I prioritize work in the next priority, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, focus on the relax is the first priority.
Okay.
Okay, I just to let you know that.
Okay ครับ so okay you have been working so hard so right now your first priority is to
Yeah,
relaxing okay
relax.
nice
Yes.
okay ครับโอเคokay ครับ let's move on to the next question ครับ brief so how do you manage your time to meet both your personal and professional commitments So I understand that you like, okay, you have your personal life and you have like your professional life. So let's say it's like, how do you in a let's like a week or month, how do you manage your time for that both aspect?
Okay. I think the important things is knowing and understanding how you can manage and allocate your time that make it feel like it's not too much and that you are delighted to get it done. As a
Mm-hmm.
pre-release, I said I intend to keep my daily to-do list to not too much. I'm trying to decide if this task truly has to be to complete it today. I think many people fail to complete their
Mm-hmm.
to-do list because there are so many tasks to complete in each day. I believe the first step should be to create an effective to-do list. I
Mm-hmm.
apply three simple ideas from the day when app. The first is what will what will I see today? And two, is this necessary? And three, and will I be able to manage it? So the three simple idea can manage some to-do list that not necessary in your today for to do that. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
finally, making the time to relax fully is the most important rather than
Mm-hmm.
permitting commitment of work or tasks to prevent you from resting. Because if I don't fully rest, I think that the way we try to achieve anything it may be more difficult than we thought. Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, ครับ so okay. So for professional commitments, from what I understand, are you going to use the to-do list and you're going to make it effective ใช่ไหมครับ and you have three ใช่ไหม
ครับ
three rules
three
three okay so
three rules. Yes.
can you repeat that rules again ครับผม
Yes, the first is what will I see? What will I see today? Today what I must to do or
mm-hmm.
today what I will do is the first. And two, the task or the to do is
Mm-hmm.
this necessary? มันจำเป็น
Mm-hmm.
ไหมนั่นเองครับ is
Mm-hmm.
this necessary? And
Mm-hmm.
three, I will be able to manage it. Will I be able to manage it? Yes.
Okay, this is actually I think it's very like important. No, it's a good criteria for making an effective to-do list. Yes, okay, I agree with you that like most of people nowadays fail to complete their to-do list because like sometimes they are too much. Sometimes they
Yes.
like don't even have like a specific to-do list. Okay, so let me repeat again. So the first one is what I will see. What will I see today? Right? So you
Yes.
write okay to-do list about that. Okay. So the second one is it the task that I'm going to do, is it really necessary or is it very
Yes.
important? The last one is will I be able to manage it? Sometimes the task is too big and you cannot manage it. That's why you fail. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, so let's get back to the point now. You also said about your personal life, personal commitments, and you said that you also have the time to relax yourself, right? Okay, and in your daily life แล้วกันนะครับ Liv. How much time do you relax per day?
Uh, I think that that be unstable in week by week, but I want to have a relaxed time, uh, 6 or 7 hours per day.
6 or 7 hours per day. Okay,
Not include
sleeping.
sleeping. Yes.
Oh, okay, 6 hours. Okay, that's like your goal, ใช่ไหมครับ
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But what about your like, let's say your minimum? Yeah, minimum. Like, okay, if you like for example,
Minimum.
if you have like a lot of work today, now, but you have a tons of work to do, but
Mm.
okay, what is the minimum amount of time that you have that you think, okay, I have to relax? in this much, at least.
I think I have to I have to I have to have 1 or 2 hours per day because I think relax time in each day is more important to rest and we recharge your energy for do in the next thing or do your task, do your any project that you must to do in the next time.
โอเคครับ nice โอเคครับ โอเค so relax time is very important ใช่ไหมครับ
Yes.
โอเคครับ โอเคlet's move on to the last question ครับโอเค what do you recommend that student do to best manage their time I think this also I also want to know your strategies นะครับอ่า
Thank you.
ฮะ
Okay. I think first of all, I would like everyone to start understanding slowly understanding yourself and understanding when you work best. For example, you would like to read a book. You like to read a book at night. You must try to make it during the night, and that you when you come home, you decide to select some time that you would to read a book. And some people like to read in the morning. You maybe go to the bed early and then schedule yourself that you will wake up early for reading the book at 6 a.m. or 7 p.m. again. So I think we have to understand our own watch well. Then we will know if we can manage this successfully. Where should it be? So what are you going to do with it? That's the first of all. And the next, I think another thing that I would like to recommend to young people is to appreciate what you can do in every day. Many times we can do something even in the small things, but when you see yourself done in something, I think you must to encourage yourself to do in the next thing in the next day. So being kind to yourself and keep telling yourself you can do it. You can do it you can do it. You can handle it. And it is another thing that I would like to the youngster to try and apply it to themselves.
Okay, good point, Leaf. Okay, very good point. Okay, so the first thing is that let's say is understand your true self. Understand yourself. Know what your clock, your body, your time. Like okay, let's say you like to read a book in the morning or you would like to read a book at night. So you have to understand yourself first, what your nature are, right? That's the first one. นะครับ Okay, the second one is appreciate yourself every day.
Appreciate yourself, yes.
Be proud. Be proud about yourself.
Proud of yourself.
And keep talking positively to yourself. Keep motivating yourself. Okay. Good point. Good point ครับ Okay ครับ do you have anything to share more ครับ or this is
I think
can be anything
I think I think I don't have anything to share.
Okay ครับ Okay ครับ so okay I think this is it for the interview ครับผม thank you มากครับ Brief
Thank you ครับ
Okay ครับ Okay Manish so can you introduce yourself first please
Yeah, of course. My name is Manish Sathi. I'm the CEO and founder of Rescue Glass, and I studied in King's College London, and I'm based in London right now.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So may you tell like which company are you working on right now? Or working in?
Yeah, right now I'm working at a tech startup in London called Thrust Carbon, but I have my own social enterprise project called Rescue Glass back in Thailand.
Nice. Okay. So today, Manish, I'm going to interview you about the time management style. So okay, so let's begin with the first question. Do you use daily, weekly, or monthly planner or to-do list? So if so, how do you prioritize your schedule, Manish?
Yeah, great question. So I believe that being organized and time management is very important. It's a crucial skill to develop. So I use Google Calendar to organize all my schedules. So I've got my work calendar, I've got my personal calendar. It's both integrated. And then I also use to-do lists to write down all the things I need to do. And then for work, I have a separate to-do list that is put on something called Airtable. So I am very organized. So I have my weekly planner. I look at my calendar in months, in weeks, and then I have a to-do list to make sure everything is done. I also message myself small things that need to get done here and there as well. So I stay very organized.
Okay, so mainly you focus on using Google Calendar and you put every action that you have to do every day in the Google Calendar, right?
I put most action I need to do on it, and I have a separate to-do list that I like for smaller tasks that I don't put in Google Calendar. So things like I put in Google Calendar like meetings, coffee chats, work-related events, gym, and personal life stuff.
Okay, so you combine everything in your Google Calendar to see the overall pictures.
Yep,
Nice.
indeed.
That's good strategy, Manish. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How do you manage your time to meet both your personal and professional commitments?
Yeah, I think it's difficult, and it's always been about learning about finding the right balance. And there'll be phases and months where I'm just working a lot and I don't have much time. But what I found helpful for me is a lot of planning in advance and follow-ups and reminders and stuff. So let's say I'll plan this. I want to catch up with you for coffee. I'll plan it for next week, and then a few days before I'll message you to confirm you're available to make sure we're both meet. Because sometimes if you just plan too far in advance, and when it happens, they might not show up and they might forget about it. So planning in advance, being organized, checking in, following up, allocating time. Weekends I try to not to work, try to balance. So it's about learning about balance and figuring out what works for you, and just testing different things out. There's been a lot of times where I don't have a personal life. I'm just working, and there are times where I'm just have a personal life and I'm not working at all. So I find that balance.
Nice. Okay, so let me conclude. So basically, you're going to, let's say, if you wanna meet up with someone, you're going to text them, let's say, a week ahead in prior, so that it's not too urgent, and both of you can agree on the date. And let's say it's the one day ahead of the one day before the catch up, you're going to text them following him up again. Okay, something like that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So that makes sure that we meet that day, and there's no last minute cancellations. And because there's no last minute cancellations, I'm more organized and I have more time.
I see. Okay. Do you think being specific is important as well? Okay, so let's say we are going to meet this day and we are going to meet during this time.
Yeah, definitely. I think even for asking for help or making plans as specific as you can be, the better. Let's meet, if I say, yo, let's meet sometime next week, you'll be like, yeah, sure. But I'll be like, hey, Tanat. And then, if I don't follow up or you don't follow up, we'll never actually meet. But I'll be like, hey, Tanat, are you free on Thursday at 3 to 4 p.m.? We can meet at Waterloo or in London. If that doesn't work, I'm free on Friday, 6 p.m. Do any of these two times work for you? We'll be like, okay, yeah, Friday 6 p.m. works. And then now we have a time confirmed and I can put it in my calendar and then go from there.
Great. Oh, nice. Okay. Last question. What do you recommend that students do to best manage their time? What are your strategies to recommend?
Yeah, definitely. I think planning and understanding your working style. For me, when I was in university, I think what worked for me was I worked quite well under pressure, but just allocating time and chunking things down, but also figuring out what works for you. If that means studying 30 minutes every day, that might work. But for some people, they prefer to work 5 hours in one day and just get in the flow of things. But allocate time and be organized. The more organized you can be, the better you can manage your time, the better you can manage, social life, professional life, and make sure you rest as well.
I see. Okay, nice, Manish. Okay, so I think that's all for the interview, Manish. Thank you so much for your answers. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Manish.
Take care.
Hello, please introduce yourself.
My name is Sivari Jalamanit, and I am a fourth-year student at ISE, majoring in Information and Communication Engineering.
Okay. Do you use any daily, weekly, or monthly planner or to-do list? If so, how do you prioritize your schedule?
Yes, I use a combination of daily and weekly planners. I write down all my tasks, assignments, and events in my planner. Then I prioritize them using the ABC method, which is like A is for high priority tasks and B is for medium priority tasks like studying or attending meetings, and C is for low priority tasks like leisure activities.
Okay, that's interesting. And how do you manage your time to meet both personal and professional commitments?
I follow a few strategies. So first, I plan my week in advance and allocate the time for my studies, my extracurricular activities, and personal time. I also set specific goals and deadlines for my tasks, and I also make sure to take breaks and practice self-care to avoid burnout.
I see. So what do you recommend that students do to best manage their time?
Uh, First, use a planner or like digital tools to track the tasks and deadlines, and also prioritize the tasks based on importance. Uh, then we have to set realistic goals and deadlines for the task, and then we can break the large task into smaller and manageable steps. Um, we have to learn to say no to distractions and extra commitments when needed, and also we have to make time for self-care to avoid burnout and maintain a healthy work-life balance.
Okay, thanks, Yorit. I think
That okay.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Setanan. I would like to interview you a little bit about the time management. Are you okay with that? Okay, let's start with the question number one.
Okay.
Normally, do you use a daily, weekly, or monthly planner or to-do list? If so, how do you prioritize your schedule?
No, I'm not exactly a guy who use calendar or time memo. I just go with the flow.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, for next question, how do you manage the time to meet both your personal and professional commitments?
Well, for me, I don't usually, as I say, I don't usually calendars. I always remind myself like week by week, or if like anything happens. But I always prioritize work first. So if I have work to do, work to done, I will be doing that first. But when I do work, I usually perhaps spare time. So like perhaps my working hours start at maybe at noon, while in the morning and after the dark, do my own stuff. So that is how I usually prioritize my work. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's really good. And okay, let's go to the last question. What do you recommend that students do to best manage his or her time?
For recommendations, I would like students to maybe know what is your capability first. So like how long it took you to do something. So if they know that, they can estimate how long would it take them to complete one task, and that they can do that and make sure that they have enough time to do it while have enough rest. That is my recommendation for students.
Okay, thank you for taking your time for us. Okay, see you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. See you.
Okay, my name is Pirawat by Tanat. I would like to show you about how can I use like a time management technique in order to accomplish all my tasks in the daily life. Normally, I already use like a to-do list so that I can arrange what I need to do first or what I need to do next. But I found out that like many calendar apps now, so it can make like a book time that you tell like other persons that hey, can you like make a book for this time schedule on on your calendar and then shoot it for me. Yeah, I think if I can apply this technique to my own like daily life, I can manage my time better. Yeah, that's my method.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
โอเคครับอ่ะโอเคครับhello my name is Tanat แสงวงศ์so let's say the habit that I would do to improve my time management skill is probably at every night I'm going to list down the to-do list for tomorrow, and at the end of the week, let's say Sunday, I'm going to plan for the next week. That's the habit that I will start doing. And for the strategies, I'm going to use Google Calendar tools, at which I can plan everything, daily, weekly, or monthly. Mhm. Okay, so that's it, couple.
That's great.
Next one, couple.
Okay, so I'm Pirawit Siri, and from the recommendation I got from my interview, I think that Pomodoro technique is a very interesting technique where you set the timer so you could like focus on your task without distraction. And I think I would use that in my daily life to finish all my tasks from work and from schools, so I could keep up with the schedule that I planned ahead. And another strategy that I would use is to also take care of my health and body so that I could increase my productivity and how I think in doing my tasks. And that's all for our group. And I think that we have learned a lot from the time management class and from our interviews. And I think we will use it in our daily life and in the future of our career. Thank you.
Thank you.